Alright. We're back with another episode of whatever this is. The three games. We're gonna be talking about the three materials that make up these three games. Well, not materials, but I guess precious, valuable. I guess precious, valuable, and expensive items, diamonds, platinum, and pearls. All these three things make up the three games that we're going to be talking about.
Are you doing
Or,
the Powerpuff Girls intro, or are we just going to be talking about Pokemon again?
I don't know, I was trying to do something interesting. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl. This time around. Mainly because, we had fun with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald last time. And, I figured it'd be best to just marathon all of this. So, yeah. As usual, like last time, Burner's going to be joining me because he's a mainstay from here on
Hello!
out.
It's me, the more technically versed in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So,
Yeah,
we got
pretty
a
much. He can essentially just do this entire episode by himself without my help if he really wanted to.
but we're going to be, I feel like it's more fun when we talk about it together, because, I may be my experiences with Diamond, Pearl, Platinum are stray way farther than I think most would like to realize. And I did talk about this briefly in the last episode when I said that Diamond, Pearl, Platinum was my first generation. So, but we'll kind of be going against the whole idea, like, oh hey, this is Mirage's show. We want to hear what he has to say too. So, we're gonna do that.
Yeah. But anyways, regarding my experiences with Diamond, Platinum, and Pearl, I mostly played through Platinum. That's the only game I wanted to play because it's the definitive experience. I could get Giratina and all the other legendaries. I could do essentially everything in the third game that I couldn't do in the other two, since again, this is the definitive experience. And I didn't have to get both Diamond and Pearl to get the things that I'm missing in Platinum, because Platinum is essentially both the games combined into one. So Platinum is a very interesting experience. I also heard that Platinum was the most difficult. Well, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, the generation that they're from, Generation 4, I heard that they were the most difficult set of Pokemon games that you could ever play, but regarding my experiences with it, it was entirely different. It's ironic, actually. I played through Platinum, and somehow I breezed through the majority of the game, with the exception of Fantina and the 8th gym leader, the Electric gym leader. Those are the only two exceptions where I felt as though it got a little bit difficult. But aside from that, it was a fairly smooth sailing from there. I was actually quite surprised. It was very ironic. But I played through the majority of the game. As you'd expect, I started off with a Piplup. I got the first starter that felt like the most logical choice, and just also generally is the coolest looking starter in my opinion. I mean, but that's probably because I have bias towards Empoleon.
As
But
as much as I do like Infernape as a Pokemon, and he actually was my favorite until Cinderace, but yeah, I cannot deny that Empoleon is really cool looking, and it actually was my first starter when going through Platinum. So
yeah, but I essentially breezed through the game. I got through the first gym leader, no sweat. I beat him with barely any effort. I think I just essentially one-shotted his team. Then I got myself Starly, which I evolved eventually into a Staravia and a Staraptor. But during the time while it was still Starly, I took on Gardena, took her team out. She wasn't really much of a threat either. Moved on to the next gym. I I think Fantino is the third gym leader. I forgot. It's either Fantino or someone else. I don't remember.
Well, it's actually different depending on which of the versions that you play, from what I know, because Fantina would be the fifth gym leader in Diamond and Pearl, and is the third in Platinum.
Oh wow, okay, that's a pretty big difference actually.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I took on Fantina, and she was a bit difficult. I think it only took me like 2 tries, I think, to beat her. She was mostly comprised of a ghost type team. I didn't have any psychic Pokemon or ghost type Pokemon to take her on, but I somehow managed to get through it regardless, and I pressed forward on with the whole thing and beat Fantina, irrespective of the fact that I lacked a ghost type Pokemon that was super effective.
Okay, nicely done.
Then yeah, then afterwards, fought against the fourth gym leader. Think she's a fighting type gym leader. Forgot her name.
Maylene.
Oh yeah, Maylene. Yeah. Took her on. She wasn't much of a threat either. Especially because I had a flying type on my team. I had my Staraptor, who the coolest thing about Staraptor is the fact that it can learn close combat, and that hands down was like just sick. But I didn't use close combat against Maylene because I knew she was a fighting type gym leader and it wouldn't really be that effective. But
Aside
um
from her, Lucario, so.
yeah. Oh yeah, right. I think actually I might have used close combat on Lucario because I remember that it was a steel type, or it had like part steel typing. Oh no, wait, nah, then it'd be neutral. It wouldn't do like it wouldn't be super effective because of like the hybrid typing, but whatever.
Well, no, because like fighting types are neutral against themselves, so yeah, it would have been super effective.
Oh, okay. Huh, I didn't know that. Um,
The more you know.
in that case, yeah, I got through that, and then afterwards, I just sort of breezed through the rest of the gym leaders. I breezed through Crash. Oh wait, he gave me a bit of trouble too. The sixth gym leader, the water type gym leader.
Can I just say, Crasher Wake is a very fun name for a water type gym leader.
Yeah, that I can't deny. It's a pretty cool name.
Plus, his design is like, he's a macho wrestler dude who uses water type Pokemon. That is so cool. I love these gym leaders.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool. But I got through him pretty easily. I think I used my Togekiss for that, or Togetic, I think at the time. I don't think my Togetic evolved into a Togekiss until like much later on. Um, yeah, not until like much later. It wasn't until like the seventh gym leader, which was his name, but I know he's
Candace.
like. Oh no! Wait! Oh no! Wait! I was thinking of the Steel Gym. Or
Oh,
no,
Byron,
Steel.
yeah.
Yeah, he's either. Oh, I'm trying to think. There's 8 gym leaders, and I'm thinking there were some that I missed.
No, we pretty much gone through all of them so far.
All right, yeah, I got through Candace pretty easily. Um, I got through Candace, got through the Steel type gym leader. Uh, provided if he's even a Steel type gym leader.
It would have been Byron, Steel type gym leader, then Candace, and then Volkner, the final gym leader.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so Crash Wake is like the fourth gym leader.
No. The Crasher Wake
Oh
is
no.
okay. It would be Roark, Gardenia, Fantina, Maylene, Crasher Wake, Byron, Candace, Volkner.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. I got through Byron. Byron was pretty easy. I took him out in like 1 try because at the time I already had my Ponyta evolve into a Rapidash. So which knew Fire Blast, I think.
That must have made that gym leader very easy.
Yeah, it was extremely easy. That and also had a Flame Wheel too. So with those moves combined, I was able to essentially just breeze through that gym. And then I had then I went through Candace, fought her, took her down really easily using the same Rapidash. And then I got to Volkner. Uh, I keep getting his name mixed up with Falconer, I think, from
Yeah,
Gen 2.
yeah, they do sound similar, but yeah, I
Yeah,
remember Volkner. Volkner was a bit weird
yeah.
because like I do remember in Diamond and Pearl he had an Ambipom for some reason, despite him being an Electric type gym leader.
Yeah, that didn't really make much sense. But yeah, that didn't really make much sense for him to have like an Ambipom. But I think I took him out really like extremely with extreme ease. He wasn't that much of a challenge. Um, then right. Oh no, wait, no, that's Faulkner. Well, okay, Faulkner was difficult the first time, and then I brought out my Golem, and then I just demolished him the second time.
Ground types are fun.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They are your best friend. Try one today.
Yeah. So I used my Golem against him, got his badge, and then moved on, and finally I made it all the way up to the Elite Four. Uh, I went up against Aaron. I went up against Flint, I think, or was it? I forgot.
I think
It was
it
either.
was Bertha and then Flint.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that's how it went. Bertha was the most challenging one. I feel. She gave me the most trouble. Now I did figure out how to cheese that boss fight, or not boss fight, that fight through what is it called, Grass Knot. And I taught my Togekiss that move, and it made things feel like a piece of cake for the most part up until I got to her Gliscor, which essentially just murdered me, honestly. So I kept resetting until I found an opportunity to take out the Gliscor. And then I managed to beat her and moved on to Flint. Flint took me a couple times to beat too, but out of the bunch, I'd say Bertha was by far the most difficult. Well, up until I got to the psychic type Elite Four member, forgot his name.
Uh, crud, I forgot too.
Yeah.
But
He was difficult too. I couldn't beat
yeah,
him, so I never actually got to Cynthia. I would have gotten to Cynthia, and I can already imagine what my experience with Cynthia would have been like, even though I never got to her yet. But I got up to him, could never beat him, at least for now. I'm trying to like actually get all the way up to him. Um, I'm trying to because he I think I was just generally really under level at the time, and I still am because I'm at the moment I'm trying to look for like a lucky egg, and I'm using like thief for stuff, so that way I can just easily grind my way up to like level 60 or 70. That
yeah,
way I won't be so under leveled anymore at that point.
yeah. That way it'd be able to be Lucian. I looked up the name on Bulbapedia.
Yeah, um so that was a thing. I managed to make my way up to that point, and then I just kind of stopped there. Oh, and along the way, I got myself a shiny Giratina, which I'm very proud of. That took a while to soft reset for.
Because he wants every single shiny legendary in all the games that he plays.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to get shiny legendaries, so I figured that now would be a good opportunity to do so. Now that I figured out how to soft reset, and considering how shiny legendaries are probably the easiest of the bunch to get. Out of like any shiny you could probably get in all of the games. The legendaries are usually the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to just say screw it and just go for a shiny Giratina, which I ended up with, and I'm very happy about it. Um, so yeah, I'm very pleased that I got that shiny Giratina.
Yeah, it is one of the
So
better looking legendary shinies too.
it is, yeah. So that was overall my experience so far with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. From here, I'm gonna let Burner take over because he knows more about the game than I do at the moment because I have not gotten past, uh, you know, the I haven't gotten past the all the Elite Four members in Cynthia yet. So, yeah, feel free
All right,
to take over.
all right, I want to quickly go over my experiences with Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum because, like I said, it was the first generation that I ever got into. It was I got my copy of Diamond at oddly enough, at a garage sale, and yeah, I've been a fan of
Ooh,
Pokemon ever since.
oh wow,
I think I still have that. I still have that cartridge till this day. That's kind of impressive. Yeah,
yikes.
I think I worn that thing out, but it still works surprisingly enough. So anytime I wanted to go back to play Gen 4, I could play it on the real hardware. So that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Wow.
Yeah. But like I said, Platinum is well, not like I said because well, Platinum is just straight up my favorite Pokemon game. I have a lot of nostalgic memories with it, and well, it was really the generation that I grew up with, and Platinum being one of the things that it was a game that I felt like I could sink hours into. I learned Pokemon thanks to Platinum. Sure, it was very challenging at first because what Pokemon game isn't challenging at first, but I did eventually start learning about it more, and it really grew on me because you know like you're just seeing in this colorful world. You get to travel along. You get to see all the new Pokemon. It's like that's why I've always stuck with the series ever since Gen 4. I bought every single game going forward. Well, main series title, I should say. But you know, even with all of their faults, like I'm still able to enjoy Pokemon like to this day. But I'll always go back to Gen 4, and I still remember it as the best. And some people may agree with me, some people may not, but that's just how I think because I enjoyed it a great deal, and it's it's very special to me, that game, because well, like I said, it got me into the series because well, and not a lot of games have that kind of lasting power because it's sort of like Sonic Advance 3 for me because it was my first Sonic game, and likewise it's one of my favorites because I hold it very dear because I grew up with it, and that's exactly what Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is. And yes, and I think it was the first generation where I played every single game in the trilogy aside from Soul Silver because I didn't play Soul Silver yet, but hey, Shield, I can get Lugia now, awesome. But um yeah, it's just really something special here because I remember going into the battle frontier for the post game. Like Platinum, I think has one of the best post games in the series, right beside Black and White and Sword and Shield if you want to count the DLC. But and it's nostalgic memories that I really hold dear. And who knows, maybe I'll come back and back to Platinum one of these days. Maybe do a special randomizer run. That'd be pretty fun because I love it. I love it to bits, and hopefully Pokemon games keep going down this path. I hope that we get another awesome game like Platinum one of these days because it'd be really nice and it'd be really special to a lot of people. P.S. Make Gen 4
Me
remakes,
too.
please.
We will most likely end up with Gen 4 remakes. Honestly, I can see that being like one of the most likely things because the thing about I think I said this before in like during the Ruby Sapphire and Emerald episode that it was inevitable. I think.
Yeah, you did. I think so.
Yeah, I stated that it was practically inevitable because of the fact that there's this clear pattern that we're going through. I stated this before. We had a remake of Fire Red and Leaf Green, which was 2 generations after the Game Boy. It was on the Game Boy Advance, and then a generation later, it came 2 generations after, perfectly 2 generations after the Game Boy Color, the Nintendo DS, which released Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver in this case, which again came out 2 console generations after its original counterparts.
And then Ruby Sapphire and Emerald got a remake with Oraz 2 console generations after the Game Boy Advance.
Exactly. So, with Nintendo Switch being 2 console generations after the Nintendo DS, it's practically inevitable that we're going to get a Diamond and Pearl remake at this point, as well as a Black and White remake on top of it.
To be nice, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we're most likely going to get both of them on the same console because if they ever do that anyways, one of 2 things could happen. We could either get a Diamond and Pearl remake and just have them leave it at that, and that'll be it, or they'll do a Diamond and Pearl remake and then they'll do a Black and White remake shortly after with Black and White 2 content.
Yeah, it'd be like a whole package.
Yeah, that's what I see anyways, but then that's just me. I'm not entirely sure. And then if they keep going, they'll probably do Gen 6, 7, and 8 afterwards, which makes a lot of sense.
Gen 8 more than anything, but that's a story for another day, and I think we're a little over our time here, but yeah, aside from that, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, like, whether or not you grew up with these generations, it is very clear to see that it's pretty much the biggest stepping stone in terms of, like, Pokemon, because it introduced a whole lot of introduced new evolutions for Gen 1 Pokemon, introduced new Eevee evolutions, it introduced the physical special split. It introduced Wi-Fi battles.
Yeah, I was gonna say it introduced Togekiss, Magnezone, Electivire, Licky, Porygon Z, all sorts of different evolutions that you might fondly enjoy. So yeah, like a lot of the cool evolutions come from that game. That's another part of the reason why Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is so good is because of that alone.
Yeah, but
well, not because of that alone, but it's one of the main reasons why it's so good.
Yeah, but aside from that, next time when we talk about Pokemon, we're heading to the story-rich Black and White, which should be interesting.
Yeah, that, and I don't think I've played Black and White since like forever, for who knows how long. So
that'll be an interesting episode.
Yeah, that'll be a little difficult for me, but maybe Berta will be able to provide more content to the table than I would, because because my memory of Black and White and Black and White 2 is a little hazy for me, because I don't it's a bit foggy. I don't remember everything about it. I remember it, as much as I remember like the most important things about it, at least the most important things to me about it anyways. But I don't remember literally everything. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Well, yeah, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are awesome, and yeah, that's just
for those who enjoyed this episode of the Saloon Podcast, please stay tuned for 9, I think.
It'll be 10 for Black and White.
Oh no, 10. Yeah, 10. My bad. 10. You're right. Yeah, stay tuned for episode 10, because at that point we'll be talking about Black and White, and after Black and White we'll be talking about X and Y, and so on and so forth. But yeah. See ya.
Very good way to end the episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.